Hi, this is Lakhi Singh, the property fixer, here to fix you and help you grow your property and your business affairs to the next level. So if you're looking for knowledge and insights about how to get involved in property, solve your problems about scalability in your property business, then do watch our 20-minute clips. We've taken them from hundreds and, well, thousands of videos that we've taken over the last 6 months, and we've broken them into simple chunks which can make them useful for you. So do watch and do subscribe to our YouTube channel underneath as well.
Good morning, United Kingdom, and welcome back to our drive time session that we have now, Monday and Friday only. The reason being, lots of the topics that we've covered previously are all relevant to the same environment we're in at the moment, which is a lockdown and the COVID and the fallout of losing jobs and not being in a position to actually know a way out. Because a lot of people that we have in our sort of general groups and listeners, they're all 9-to-5ers. Most people are people that have never found themselves in a situation to have lost their jobs. And I think the natural problem in that is it's like throwing someone in at the deep end of a pool where they don't even recognize what water is. It's very dangerous for your health, very dangerous for your self-esteem, and obviously very difficult if you've got lots of different outgoings and expectations. So in order to keep to that topic, we've got the saying of the week, which is, even if you're in the right track, you will be overtaken if you are inertial. If you're not moving in that track, you will effectively get overtaken by other people. And the other saying, or the topic of the week, is how to make success or money from the RAC model. And the reason we talk about the RAC model is that is Lakhi's topic, and we talk about self-employment. Lots of companies out there trying to offer self-employment or work from home, but none are unique like the RAC model that say that you can help people and make money at the same time. Quite unique, like it's first time in history maybe that oil and water have been able to be mixed. So before we continue, we say good morning to, who do we have? Lakhi Singh, good morning, sir.
Good morning, how are we doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Lakhi Singh, the property fixer.
That's correct.
Excuse me. Lakhi Singh, the property fixer.
Sunny London.
Yes, right. So what's the weather like there, Lakhi, in London?
The weather is chilly, but it's got a very bright, sunny day. So
Good.
yeah, I'm just saying it's a very bright, sunny day.
Excellent. So it's good for, is it bad for hay fever or good for hay fever? One of those.
Well, I think it's quite cold. It's not going to be too bad for hay fever, I don't think, because
Excellent.
I think it's going to be worse for hay fever next week when it gets a bit warmer.
Okay. And after many weeks, we have our favorite VIP guest. I think we've got him on, have we? Right. Okay. So because he's like family now for us here at the Drive Time, we should get him on straight away, because the more time we have with him, the more knowledge we can get from him. Because for me, he's like the Chancellor of Exchequer. He comes out with all these very vague terminologies. Can we hear him?
Can you hear me? Good morning.
Yes. Good morning, sir. Long time no hear.
The reason why you can't see me is I'm on the move and
making moves.
I've given you a generic shot to look at. Might be a blessing actually in disguise.
Excellent. So you are filming on various locations, lots
Yeah,
of.
yeah. I'm on the move.
Okay.
So I thought I've definitely got to
On the
participate.
move.
I've definitely got to
Excellent.
participate. So I've been looking forward to it. It's been a
You're
while.
already making us feel excited, like we should be there with you in between all these lightly cladded people singing songs with a bit of a mix. Lakhi Singh's a bit of a singer. Lakhi Singh, what do you say?
Definitely, I think I'm up for it if you are.
You're definitely up for it all the time. So, Linda Singh, sir, we were saying, I mean, today's saying for the weekend, and I think it suits you because it says it's all right being on the right track. And by that, we talk about a music track as well. But it's no good if you are not moving. You're inertial on that track because you will be overtaken by lots of people. And I'll give you a reference to this. This is quite unique. I had very close friends of the family, a young man who was in the north of the country, in Bradford. And he was really deep into mixing music. And this is even before you came out with MC, what's it, MC, DJ, is it MC?
Punjabi MC. Punjabi
MC, that's right. Before you came out with Punjabi MC, because you came out with Punjabi MC somewhere around in the 90s, is that right?
Well, so the UK release was in '98, but the global release was 2003. So globally,
right now, I'm going to give you a bit of information. This is, this is something that was in my knowledge bank. I didn't mention it before, but I realized that there was a young man who was he's about the same age as me, 34, 30, 32, and back in the and I'm trying to work out when this was, back in the early 90s, late 80s, this young man was mixing Indian, Asian music with rap music, because rap had just come in there. Yeah. Right. And he had an exceptional talent. And he used to sort of like bring all these, in those days, there used to be the cassettes. There wasn't even, I don't think CDs had come out then. And he would have these cassettes with his own personal dubbing and mixing. And they were very, very unique. And it was like a mix of old classic Indian music from the movies with reggae come and sort of rap. And I actually said to him, "You've got a talent," but I mean, the fact is, the topic that we got for this weekend, I think, highlights that it's in its entirety. He was up in the north, a guy with exceptional talent, got very good talent in music. He was in the right track, but he was inertial, doing things in his own personal space. He was in like what's it now, a bebopping group as well in those days, an Asian group. I forgot the name of it. You'll probably know all of that. And he was also mixing music, but he was in the right track, but he was inertially didn't have the persistence and the vigor that you did in going out and getting this particular new music to market. How's that sound as a start point, sir?
Yeah, look. Yeah. But one of the things about life is that you can't wait things to happen to you. You've got to go and make them happen. So unlike my competitors at the time, who were quite content to stay in the UK, I spent 10 years getting on a plane, at great expense, admittedly, but getting on a plane and trying to persuade the world to buy this music. That's what made me different. I was no more talented than anyone else. I simply had a lot more gumption and a lot more drive and a lot more focus. And I suppose I had the vision and the dream. And of course, if you want your dream to happen, you have to make it work. You cannot sit there. So in the classic Nike terminology, just go and do it.
Do it. That's right. And I think that's it. You see, that's it. Look, that's a classic example of just doing it. Because you're right. You understood how the market worked. You understood you had to get in front of people. And he was sitting in a small town in the north, just sitting on the fact that he had a talent, but he wasn't really, he wasn't convinced about his talent, maybe. And I think in music, a lot of people like music, but they don't have a talent for it. And good music, I think, has two aspects to it. This is my very novice way of explaining it. It has the music itself, which has got the beat, and it has the lyrics or the words. Now, if a song has both things, one has a mix of one thing but less of the other, I would assume to the average person, it's going to strike a note with them or an essence with them that there's something good here. But having the drive to go out and actually convince a market that's very business orientated in music, because I don't think people don't realize this, that the music industry is a business. It's not an entertainment. Am I right if I'm being cheeky in saying that to you?
No. Look, absolutely. When you invest in a product, that product could be a physical product, a computer. That could be a service product, professional services like hiring Lakhi Singh or an accountant or a lawyer. It could be a digital product. And today we digitally download tracks. That's the digital product we buy. And of course, whatever the product is, and at that point, when I was marketing it, it was physical product. Digital didn't exist. It was physical CDs, cassettes, and vinyls. And all these asset classes, they all still are going to be purchased by someone, and it requires investment. And of course, when you invest in something, whatever the asset is, you want a return. So it is a business, absolutely. And big companies. So I worked with Warner's, Universal. I worked with Sony. And these are big conglomerates, big multinational conglomerates, and they're investing in the product by licensing it from me, and they want a return.
Excellent.
And they want to
That's
return.
it. That's it. So talking of Sony, ask the Sony Mr. Lakhi Singh. Lakhi Singh, what do you say? I mean, listen to this. Does it apply in the classic business world? Because again, we are also like 99% of us are the listeners. We're not really the doers in music, which is what Ninder is. He's a doer in business. He's doing it just like Nike. We're just the end product. We're the bottom of the chain. We're just there to sit and tap our feet and enjoy the music. What do you say to what you've just heard, Lakhi Singh? Is that correct? Is that really what it's about? It's about having the oomph, the do it, get done, just do it factor?
I think it is probably as simple as that. I think you've got to have the get up and go. I think a lot of people give up too easily, and they lack the sort of, let's say, the energy or the enthusiasm. But I think that your energy is infectious. So if you're looking at problems, then you'll find problems. If you're looking for solutions, you'll find solutions. So, but I think for anybody who's not done it before or experienced it, the biggest challenge is themselves, really. I mean, the challenge is something that you haven't experienced before. The challenge is you may not have the right environment. You may not sort of understand your own potential. So having that confidence above and beyond normal confidence at a level where people are literally, want a piece of the pie with you because they know that you're going somewhere. If you can create that, I think that's where the magic happens.
Is it confidence, Lakhi, or is it belief? There's two different things. I think confidence, even a dog has confidence to some level, but believing in what it's being told it needs to do is a different thing because they don't really have the intellect. What do you say in the set? Is it confidence or is it belief? What made you do all that trudging, spending all that money on airplane tickets and going out there to the shows, trade exhibitions, trying to convince people this was the new thing in town? What was it?
Look, I think it starts from the word mindset. It's what sort of mindset have you got? Have you got what they call an abundance mindset, where you think positively? So look, I did very well in music. We did very well in events. COVID came, and suddenly our events were not happening at all. Now this comes to mindset. So what does the mind do? Well, I saw an opportunity and launched a publishing business, a completely new business. I had no idea about publishing, but the magazine's doing really well. We've got distribution now in the States, and we are shifting some serious numbers. And it's all about mindset, isn't it? It's all about a can-do attitude. Now, look, a lot of people will say to you quite rightly, you need to plan things, you need to research. Sometimes people spend years planning and analyzing. And in fact, it's called analysis paralysis. So you actually get paralyzed by data. And you know something? Sometimes it's about timing, and that opportunity goes, and they've been left on the shelf. And some people never get going at all and never think that it's possible. And everybody's always in the pursuit of perfection. Just do it. And then you'll make mistakes. Just do it. You'll make mistakes. But listen, we all make mistakes, and we're all going to still make mistakes. But then you learn from making mistakes. It's all about the mindset. I'm absolutely convinced it's about the mindset.
Lakhisingh, what do you say? Is it about the mindset? So it's not confidence, it's not belief, it's actually starts from mindset. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think the first thing is that if you're not convinced yourself what you're doing, then nobody else is going to get convinced, are they? So the first step is your mental ability to actually realize that you already have all you need, and you just need to show up. And then having other things such as abundance mentality, growth mindset, being positive, showing confidence, they have to be there also. I mean, it's you need to have the right ingredients. So I think it's a combination. But the end bit is that when people meet you, they'll see that you've got the passion, you've got the belief, you've got the mindset, you've got the knowledge, the technical bits. So yeah, I mean, confidence is probably the overall word for a lot of it. But you can't have confidence if you haven't got knowledge of your product to use.